Moving on to lesson 5, we now talk about conscious parenting. Before we delve into conscious parenting, it is also important for us to understand what consciousness is first. While parenting itself is a rather challenging aspect of our existence, but surely is not something which is impossible for most of us to comprehend. Conscious parenting takes it even a step further. Conscious parenting simply implies introducing an element of our awareness on our part, how we as parents interact with our children based on our emotional legacies. It is about becoming aware of the unconscious bias that we have been carrying to a great degree since our inception. This brings about our unconscious bias to all the relationships that we deal with, including the relationships with our child. It is with this unconsciousness that we interact with our children all the time. The first step to become conscious parent is thus to become aware of this unconscious bias that we carry and become mindful of how we are reacting to our children. We are not only tempted to react to them as to how they are in the moment, but unconsciously we end up picking up behaviors of our own past patterns and putting it onto the relationship with our children. It is our emotions that gets triggered. It is our emotions that are deeply influenced by the conditioning with which we were raised when we were a child. This also includes not only the relationship of being with our parent as we were being grown up, but also all the caretakers around. The societal conditioning, the norms of our family, the religion that we come from, and even to the nationality that we belong to. We thus react to our children believing that we are reacting to them. However, in reality, we must remain mindful of the fact that we are deeply reactive to our own unconscious bias which drives us in each moment. It is unless that we illuminate ourselves and enlighten ourselves to this entrapment, we remain enslaved to our own unconscious past, and we will not be able to engage in mindful parenting. In order to set our children free, we must thus first set ourselves free. By setting ourselves free, we are able to then move forward into a more mutually agreed relationship with our children. By setting ourselves free is the only way to engage with our children at a much deeper level, which is intimate to the souls. We must thus reflect about our existence first, within the stillness of our mind, to understand our own conditioning and patterns. Such a deep level of connection with our children will never be possible if we are just not brave enough to look into our own existence. We thus have to take a bold step and exhibit courage by looking at how we have been getting up to become adults. We have to be bold enough to stop projecting and reacting to our children, remaining unaware of our own wounds of the past. When we remain unaware of our own wounds, we react to our children. When we become aware, that is, when we imbibe the element of consciousness within our existence, within the way that we interact with our children, we then become more aware of how we are projecting our own limiting beliefs, our own patterns, our own wounds of childhood onto our children. In contrast to the traditional parenting style, conscious parenting allows us to become more aware of our baggage. And once we are aware of the fact that there is something going on within us all the time, we become mindful to our reaction to our children as well. Thus, conscious parenting means going back into the past, becoming aware of the legacies that we have been carrying over from our parents and from their parents too. The legacies that we have inherited from generations perhaps. And by becoming more and more aware and being able to release those wounds of our childhood, we stop reacting to our children and rather start to respond to the relationship needs. Moving on to